aix-les-bains, à Chambéry et bien plus encore, Radio Grand Lac vous accompagne sur le 92.1 FM.
Your English Weekly. Your English Weekly. La chronique 100% en anglais de Radio Grand Lac avec Sinead.
Oh, hello everyone, and welcome back to Your English Weekly on 92.1 FM. And every Tuesday from 12:30 to 1:45, Your English Workshop sponsors Your English Weekly. And you may or you may not know, Your English Workshop is a training centre for English lessons for adults and children in aix-les-bains and the Ravoire. Visit their website for more information. So hello everyone and welcome to Your English Weekly. I'm your host Sinead. Your English Weekly stimulates English speaking with an expression of the week here in aix-les-bains and the Ravoire. And just for information, in a couple of weeks we're going to add something new to our show, so keep an eye open for that and you'll come and listen to us when that comes up in 2 weeks. So stay tuned because we're going to be speaking with Sandrine and Ankawa. Is that right, Sandrine?
Right.
Oh, well done. Who is with me this week on my programme. But before we start, Sandrine, before you introduce yourself to our listeners, I'm going to just announce to our expression of the week.
Great.
Are you ready? Have you ever heard of to be as fit as a fiddle?
I know, I really don't know this expression. I'm really curious about it.
Okay, so we'll tell you more at the end of what this expression means. So to be as fit as a fiddle. Okay, Sandrine, now that we've put ourselves here in front of your Radio Grand Lac, tell us, can you introduce yourself to our listeners?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you first to welcome me here. So it's very strange to speak for me in English at the radio, but okay, I will try the exercise first.
Yeah, it's true. When we're together, it's easier to speak in English because it's more natural. And when you're on the radio, it's a little bit more difficult.
Probably. So to introduce myself, I would say I prefer to present soft skill rather than hard skill, because most of the people sometimes present themselves about what they are doing, and I think it's very important to present ourselves about who we are, and also like that there will be perhaps vocabulary.
Yes, exactly, because that's what it's about as well, learning new vocabulary.
So the most important, for me, it's the value that we have, and some of are really important for me is respect. First of all, is respect of ourselves, and like that we can respect the people around us and we can respect the world around us. And also it's kindness, because you will see perhaps later on, like kindness is a very important value for what I am doing actually, and authenticity. Because if we can't say and can't be who we really are, people also can't feel it. And there is another type of relationship.
Oh, so that's where we really see that, Sandrine. You are in the wellness sector. We can feel it. Okay, Sandrine, thank you for introducing yourself like that. Just a quick question. Are you originally from aix-les-bains?
No, I'm not. I arrived in aix-les-bains 1 year ago. Oh. And so it's very, very new. But I love that because savoir in French, so you can understand sa voix, we find our own roots.
I have never seen that.
Yeah.
Thank you. It is. And funny, I don't know. Interesting, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because I found myself in Savoy like that as well. Okay, so Sandrine, which now I know why you're in the wellness sector, when you look at all those values, kindness, authenticity, etc. Okay, so what exactly is the wellness sector, just for our listeners?
Okay, so generally in wellness sector, we sell there is yoga, meditation, outside, to be outside, but not necessarily running and trailing, but I would say more, and you see later on why, to be in nature, but slowly and contemplation, because this really helps us on our health. Actually, wellness sector, it's also I will not say therapy because that's not too general, but more something good for us, something good for our mind, for our spirit, and for our emotion. Because to be well and to feel well, we need to feel and be well in our body, in our mind, and our emotion and spirit.
So that's where the well-being comes in.
I guess so, yeah.
I guess so too. Huh? Okay, so you do a lot of sophrology with people. In your sophrology classes, what would this contain? How would you do your sophrology with people? Do they come to you for this, or do they come to you for other things and you suggest this?
Okay, so my particularity, so I didn't say what I really do. So I'm sophrologue, and I will explain perhaps what is it exactly.
Yeah.
And also a guide reconnexion nature. So the particularity is like I mixed the both together, like sophrology and nature, to be in nature. So sophrology it's coming. It was created in 1960 by the Colombian psychiatrist, Professor Caicedo, and sophrology really it's mainly knows for stress, burnout, and exam preparation. Interview like driving lessons exam, or for giving birth.
Okay, so at moments when people might be stressed.
Yeah, that's known for that, but we can go further on, like it's also to know ourselves actually. And that's for adults and for children, because right now I work more with children rather than adults. With children is like sometimes they don't really feel well in their body because they are growing, and the relationship with the other how do you say timid?
Shyness.
Shyness. Thank you. Shyness. Sometimes they are shy, and they don't. It's very difficult for them to talk in front of all the classroom, for instance. They don't know from where they are coming from also. They need to know themselves. They need to self-confidence also. So we work on all that in sophrology.
And have you seen a growth in this since COVID? Have you seen that there's been a lot of children that have now not been able to find themselves because they were isolated for so long?
Yeah. There is stress, afraid, and what my position in the society actually, and and the division also between people, like stigmatization people.
Oh, really?
Also, yeah.
In school?
In school, but I think everywhere.
Everywhere, not just there. Okay. And so you told us about the origins of sophrology and the benefits of the sophrology. So if people want to know more, they can just contact you directly where you're from, or do you have a website? Do you have...
Yeah. So I have a website. It's essentiel au masculin, nature.com, and my phone number is 0628232005.
Okay, Sandrine, thank you. So tell us a little bit more now. I know also that we're working together on a project. Do you want to talk about that project with the companies?
Yeah. Okay, so I was talking about the individual, but also I worked and we will work with Sinead with the firm. There will be two sides of it. There will be an English practice with Sinead, like how to welcome people. So with English speaking.
Especially in the hospitality sector where people welcome English people on a regular basis. They come into the area, they have their hotels, their restaurants, etc. Yeah.
And for my part, it will be more the soft skill, actually. How we talk, how we can position, how we can stress. If we are in stress, how we can manage it, how we can, the importance to talk with our heart about it when we present our region. People needs to feel that we love our region. So how to talk with our heart, actually.
And we have the project of taking them into the mountains, organizing paths and trails for them to reconnect with nature. Tell us a little bit about that as well.
Yeah. So because it's easier to talk about what we feel and what we know, actually. And so when it's the other part of my job, it's bring people into nature, because when you are in nature, there is something that happens. I mean, we know and we feel it, but why it happens? And now science are really making a lot of research about it, since years actually. So it's very important to understand and feel. So the path, reconnection nature, it's in both sides. Why nature is helping us for our stress, for example, and how we can benefit it with our 5 senses. What's happening when we touch wood? What's happening if we walk barefoot? What's happening if we smell all the good smell in the forest? There is something happening, really. And we during this path, you will have some tools how to be autonomous on your health, actually. And for everyday life.
And I think that you were talking earlier to me about people who are blind, how they can reconnect with nature, not being able to see.
Yeah, exactly. So I follow my training in Canada, and they just make an experience. They just make the path reconnection nature for blind people. So they adapt all the parkour, the path and the exercise. I would say it's not really exercise, but the different way to feel element of nature, even if they are blind. So with the most important is to touch, to smell, perhaps to taste also.
And they would use their hearing. Yeah.
Also, the sound in nature are really important. I mean, if you listen to bird and some water, it really makes you more calm, actually, and the science prove it, actually.
And have you seen real progress in children when they're outside and when you've taught them how to deal with nature or how to deal with their emotions? Because as you said earlier, the emotions are very important, and quite often children, they don't know how to express these emotions.
Express and manage it. So in nature, actually, because nature calms us, just being in just make us more calm, and to be in nature is like it's going quickly. I feel like it's going quickly for the children. I mean, when we make the exercise,
they make
outside,
progress.
Yeah,
they make
quicker.
more progress quicker.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Okay, everyone. Woo, Sandrine, we could be here for hours talking about all these different things for people and children. Okay, so let's go back to my expression, to be as fit as a fiddle. I wonder now if anybody else in this room knows what it is to be as fit as a fiddle. Any idea? No? Okay, so anyway, fit as a fiddle is to be in good condition. It's to be in good condition, mentally healthy. So, for example, there's a man of 90 years old who goes cycling every day and goes walking in the mountains every weekend. We would say he is as fit as a fiddle, to be in good form. So there we are. So that's all from us today. But if you wish to listen to this podcast again, don't hesitate to find us on YouTube. Also, you will see my Facebook page with the expression of the week. And I, of course, wish you all a wonderful week. And next week, we'll be back with somebody new, somebody from aix-les-bains who has just set up a new shop here. So it'll be interesting to listen to about that. And we'll also be changing a little bit, as I said earlier on in the show. I'm going to be also doing a little bit of news. So that'll be interesting to see. So stay tuned for that in the future. And thanks again, Sandra, for joining me on the air.
Thank you to you.
But don't leave and stay tuned with us, because we'll soon be having Patrick Masson, who will be here with the president of the FCE. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, there'll be somebody from the Rotary as well who'll be talking with Patrick Masson at 1:00. So that's it from us today. Bye to you from us at you.
Your English Weekly. Your English Weekly. La chronique 100% en anglais de Radio Grand Lac avec Sinead.
Radio Grand Lac.